Yes, people, what's going on? It's Egal Talks Football. We're back again with another video. And yes, I just jumped back into the stream. How you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? We're here and we're going to be talking about the Liverpool Arsenal. Sorry, why am I saying Arsenal? Liverpool Manchester United game. We play Liverpool in a couple of weeks' time. I'm getting too ahead of myself. We got to calm down. Also, we're going to talk about Mikel Arteta, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't heard, he is free. He's not getting no charge. We're going to talk about that. Plus, Mohamed Salah looks like he might be staying at Liverpool. We're going to get into that. And we have Kaz and Jamie in the building to talk about everything Liverpool and Manchester United. How are you guys today? Big up, Kaz. Big up, Jamie. How's everyone feeling?
Yeah, doing good.
I'm knackered. I can't lie, man.
Bro, I can imagine, man. All those late streams are starting to get to you, aren't they?
10 o'clock ain't no late stream. It's just flipping... No, man.
10 o'clock is late for a lot of people, bro.
No, when you've got bare designing to do, yeah, trust me, your mental capacity just shuts down, man. But, you know, I've always got energy for beating Liverpool at Anfield, even though that happens once every 5 odd years. So, yeah. we're due a jammy win.
Let's get into it. And Jamie, how you doing, man? How you been?
Yeah, I've been all right, man.
Liverpool just won?
No, Liverpool just lost.
Oh, shit. Who'd you play again?
Union. Thanks
I'm
to
not gonna lie to you. Ever since we left the Europa League, I haven't watched it 1 second.
It was a nothing game. No, Liverpool already finished top of their group, so it don't really matter really. We played all the kids. It was the youngest team we've ever put out in a European game.
Big up, big up, Ozden Kabak, my guy. Big up to you. Let's get into it, guys. First things first. I was going to touch on some of the other topics, but before we go any further, did you guys see that random rumor today that Mo Salah is no longer leaving? Where did that start?
I think it was. What's
that?
Oh, yeah,
Mo Salah staying at Liverpool. Apparently, somebody said that the transfer won't happen anymore.
Yeah, I think it was Bobby Firmino who. Because they talk all the time, apparently. And he let loose in an interview. I think it was either Fabinho or Firmino.
It's
One
Fabinho.
of them.
It's Fabinho. No, it was Fabinho. Yeah, he said he's the.
Yeah, he let loose that. Yeah, he's been told that Mo's going to stay at Liverpool, so not join him over in Saudi. So, yeah, I think I've been saying it for a while. I don't think Mo's leaving. I mean, I don't see why he would at this moment in time. To be fair, so it's the right decision for me. It means he'll probably get a new contract as well if he is staying. So. They must be talking in the back about a new contract, so it's interesting.
It's never too late for the Saudis to change their mind, but I would expect they mean he's staying in January and he's not going nowhere in January, obviously. But in the summer, he could still always leave. Let's be honest. We know these guys in the Saudi league have crazy amount of money. If they really want him, they could probably still get him.
Yeah, it'd take ridiculous money, I think. There, even with our owners.
How much money are you talking?
They need to fork out 150 million this time.
Yeah, you need that at least. I mean,
would you sell it for 150 million? Because I just believe as soon as Salah leaves, you lot are going to crumble anyways.
I wouldn't. Why would you sell?
That's what they said about Harry Kane.
Nah. The way they play, Klopp and that, I don't care. You take Salah out that front line, mate. That's it. Mate, they're going to be all right. Don't get me wrong, but. Without Salah in that front line, you're losing out on about 40 GA or some shit per season, mate. That's a mental capacity amount. Like remember as well, it's not like it's Liverpool meant to be going Champions League as well. I don't think Salah's gonna leave. You know what? I reckon he's got one more. He can go Saudi whenever, man. He's only 31. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got to play for a while yet as well, ain't he? So
I'm not gonna lie to you. We're gonna hear about Saudi rumors all summer though. That's the
I can't wait. That's a lot of content. We don't mind.
I think you will. I think it's not just for Salah. I think you might see a lot of other players as well being mentioned in the summer as well.
But how many players can the Saudi league buy? Eventually, it's going to get to a situation where they won't be able to do it. And I'm hearing your fan base believes that if Salah leaves, you guys try to go for Mbappe in the summer. That's what I'm hearing. Because if you get 150 million, you could easily flip that into Mbappe, no?
He just signed a new deal, didn't he? Or he's going to.
I think he stays at PSG. Personally, I don't think.
If you had the choice to keep Salah or to go flip him for Mbappe, would you keep him?
I'd get both. I'll be ambitious, man. I'll be ambitious.
Get both.
Keep Salah and get Mbappe. I'd be ambitious. That'd be me. and Salah on one on the right, and Mbappe off the left, and whoever you want in the middle. You can blame me in the middle for all, I guess. You know, and yeah, that's what I'd do. But no, I think Mbappe. Look, I don't think there's many places Mbappe can go that could be able to give him what he wants. So
yeah. Without you getting the Qataris, you don't believe Man United can ever get Mbappe. Let's be honest.
What do you mean?
Unless you get the Qatari owners, which you're not going to get now, you don't see yourself ever getting an Mbappe.
Oh, if it's to be true that they're going to put the debt into Ineos, the actual company, then we've got no debt. It's the same thing like what Chelsea did. That means we can go spend whatever the fuck we want.
Mm-hmm.
That's how. But I don't want it to be like that. Just because you shifted debt, I don't want it to say, "Oh yeah, let's go spend 400 million on a bunch of new players." I want to see players go out before I see players come in. That's a fact. By the way, I want to see that. That's my. In January, I want to see at least 2 players go, at least minimum 2. Then in the summer, if it is to be true that you got Jean-Claude Blanc and he's going to be the new CEO, that's looking more likely. Paul Mitchell and whoever else might come with him, different positions. I need to see that before anything, because we've already seen anyways, right? With Man United, it's not right now. It's not about what superstar talent you can get. It's about what you can produce as a plan and let that come into fruition. Like, we're not set up to allow Mbappe to play the way he wants to, and I don't think Liverpool are at this moment of time either. They need to recognize they need a centre back, they need a DM, and whatnot first before they even think about anything else. And if they do get rid of Mohamed Salah, then they got to think of a right winger more than a left winger. Even though I prefer Mbappe on the left, on the right, by the way. I'm just saying that now.
Yeah, that's wild. What's this guy putting in the chat? Relax yourself. But let's get to before we move any further. I just want to let you guys know it was Fabinho, and Fabinho basically said that Mo Salah is happy at Liverpool at this moment in time. That's pretty much what he said. So it's nothing like confirming it, but hey, there you go. I want to talk to you guys because I know you're not the biggest fan of your manager at this moment in time, Ten Hag. That's fair to say, right? But do you feel like the media are trying to push Manchester United to make a decision on him with some of these stories?
Who's this?
The British media are trying to push a story about Graham Potter making a move.
I'm like one of the few Man United fans that are quite optimistic about Graham Potter. I'll be so honest. Just because it didn't work out at Chelsea, I don't think many managers are going to work out at Chelsea at this moment in time. The thing is, doesn't mean the new structure at Man United, that means the new manager is going to make it all better at Manchester United, for instance. But guess what? It can't get any worse, and I'll be optimistic about it. I don't care. Whatever the structure is and what vision they have, I will back it because they deserve optimism, right? And so I'll go into it with an open mind. I don't care what manager it is. It goes to show in football, it doesn't actually matter what manager you have. As long as they fit your criteria for the certain type of players that you have, they will go as far as they can go until it needs to be, a change. And that's the way I look at it. Right now, whether we like it or not, man, there's no manager in world football other than probably Zidane that's got credentials that could take over Man United, or maybe Hansi Flick, right? But we need a stepping stone manager right now. We need someone that's going to, set the ship, and hopefully, if he doesn't live up to standards, then move on from him. And that's the way it's got to be. We got when was the last time Man United's finished in the top Champions League spots in 2 consecutive seasons? It's always 1 year in, 1 year out. There's no stability, and it's the same shit over and over again. So it's boring.
Okay, so don't you think some of the instability comes from the fact that you guys are such a big club and you have all these media headlines coming out about just absolute BS?
Well, media is always going to be the media no matter what. But the thing is, Man United's boards are just thick as shit. So, and I'm talking about from all the way to the top, that stems down to the supposed sporting director, John Murtough, and all this kind of stuff. Your recruitment is piss poor. You've kind of dismissed your recruitment at the same time when they've actually come up with some decent names. You let Ten Hag get players that he wants. You let him have all the control. Then his managers, you didn't let him have any control whatsoever. And then, you've had the names. You could say the caretakers, the one that are not known, done the Arteta thing with Ollie, or tried to at least. And then there's the whole, bringing an actual tactical coach. There's never any balance within it all. The thing is, they're trying to allow a manager to run everything. But these days, because of how high commercial value is and everything that surrounds a massive club, one man can't do that anymore. Only old school people can do that. New school people can't, because they're too busy fixated on tactics and their players rather than needing to worry about everything that's going in behind. You know, do you get what I'm saying? It shouldn't be his job. A manager's sole focus at any club should literally be to manage the players and obviously staff in and around and give it a good feel. Of course, it costs you like £0 to be a decent human being and acknowledge people, you know, but that's standards. That's normal.
Let me ask you this though. Forget about Graham Potter right now. Just the media's coverage of Manchester United at this moment in time. Do you think they're trying to push the sacking of Ten Hag more than some of your fans are?
Hey, even I'm pushing the sacking of Ten Hag. How about that? I'm the media.
All right, enough said. So you agree with it? You think it's deserved? The pressure is deserved.
The media's been the same thing they haven't changed since the 90s, to be honest. And to be fair, yeah, it's no different. It's just obviously now it's on a different scale, Egal, isn't it? Obviously, they will pick off how much they need to. I think Ten Hag's interview with that geezer from Sky Sports, whoever was interviewing him at the time, goes to show like they want stories. But that's how media's always been. So here's what it is: they can continue having Liverpool as their media darlings. They can keep on trying to, you know, downplay Arsenal's hopes and dreams of winning a Premier League. You know, they can do all of that as much as they want. It's always been that way, anyways.
No, but ever since you guys basically banned the Evening Standard from going to the press conferences or banned them for that one press conference, I've noticed an immediate shift in how they cover your club to the point where they're like,
they deserved it. Like Samuel Lockhurst is one of the shittest journals out there, and everyone knows he rides for City. Like literally, we all know that. He's come up with bullshit stories and he's had things wrong time and time again. Why is he surprised? You know, they said it's not even for the fact of him talking shit. It's more of the fact that they ran stories and stuff, and I'm going to ask questions about things within a short space of time. That like I didn't even know that they had to notify United, or United need to be notified of comments that he's been making up. Simple as that.
Cass, can I ask you a question?
How much?
So with what's happening at United, because a lot of it is behind the scenes as well, how the club is run and all that at the moment. What would you settle for United to start all over again? Are you looking at like a manager come in and take and no expectations on that manager for a couple of years to change the philosophy of the football club, to change everything around, get the backgrounds, everyone in the background that's sorted, everyone in their right positions, getting a proper sporting director in, getting a proper commercial director in, and, you know, building the club again over a couple of years and just keep the expectations low? Would Man United fans be up for that? Or do you still want success straight away because of the size of the club?
No, I think vision. I think we need to see vision as United fans. I think I'm more patient than the average fan until there needs to be no more patience. 3-0 against Bournemouth at your own gaff is again that like I was pushing my luck with him, but that shouldn't be happening. The 7-0 against Liverpool shouldn't be happening. Like you having to banish a player should not be happening. Falling out with the most professional standard of players of Varane and Casemiro should not be happening. It's mistakes. I think it's all done for him personally. I've never known every time a new owner comes into a club, they always have their own preference of managers that they might that are keen on. They usually get replaced. You know, Tuchel most recently got replaced, right? Only difference is obviously unless you're a manager of total, like look at Ferguson, you could never replace him. Look at Wenger at the time as well when Kroenke came in, etc. You could not replace him. It was impossible. But now it's obviously a different story. I want a new manager. Like things, what I'd like to say and think is that Ragnick said himself, it doesn't take 2 or 3 years. Things can change in 2-3 windows. You know, it doesn't take a year to bring in new staff. I'm not being funny. Last time I checked, the notice period was around 6 weeks, and whatnot. So it won't change. I don't think it'll take that long. In terms of manager, for me, it's about vision and seeing something that looks like it can be sustainable. Like, look, I think the best person to say for that is Arteta in the long-term vision of it all, and the short-term, and even Klopp when he first started out as well at Liverpool, and the shortest-term one that right now that we can see is Ange, and he doesn't. You're telling me that Tottenham has a better squad on paper than Man United? Come on, man, make it please make it make sense. They had 2 fullbacks at centre back and still beat Newcastle. No, sorry, with a fullback at centre back, and also what's it called? They lost the game in the end, but who did they lose to 2-1 as well? Was it Aston Villa?
Do you know what? I don't know about that, Cass. I've got to say, you know, this is probably the worst United squad I've seen
I don't think so. I've had to witness Dan James and Juan Mata in the same lineup with Andreas Pereira too.
Yeah,
trust me, we've had worse teams. We've had
simply put, Kaz, do you think you lose to Liverpool, he's sacked?
Depends. I think it depends. I think right now the decision had to be down to what Sir Jim wants, but I think what's being said is that they want to sort out the upstairs before they sort out the manager. And positions that they have lined up. That's what I've been told from obviously media, Fabrizio and stuff like that, which makes sense to be fair. But I think if you suffer a heavy loss, which is kind of expected at this moment of time against Liverpool, yeah. Look, when the fans at the Stratford end and all that kind of stuff and above the tunnel start booing you, you know you're in trouble. They're the most patient, and probably when it comes to logic, probably the most stupid as well, because they're the people that like to rate Scott McTominay. So.
Scott McTominay is basically your best forward right now, even though he's playing in midfield.
Yeah, but he offers nothing. That's the thing. It's like Bruno Fernandes gets a couple penalties, scores here and there, but offers actually nothing for the team.
It's weird, isn't it?
He gives people those endorphins after they score a goal. That's all.
You can celebrate. I celebrate. I'm not gonna be like a rants or something like that. And not celebrate and get upset because my team won a game. That's just pathetic, right? You could say the same for a couple others as well, but. You know, that's just not the way I look at things. I just think he's rewarding shit players with starts.
But you
are you meant to forgive that?
The same way you find Ligana Northside funny, I find these guys funny.
Yeah, they're within their own rights. Look, they're good people at the end of the day. You've met Northside before. You know when it comes to football and opinions and stuff. If you met Lee Gunner as well in person and whatnot, like good people, man. Like Rance, I've met him before as well. Good people in there. But when it comes to football, we just don't see eye to eye.
True. All right, I was gonna keep it on the Liverpool Man United game, but I forgot about one thing. We still got to talk about Arsenal and the whole Arteta thing. Did you guys see Arteta bust case? He beat the case, ladies and gentlemen, and the way that they did it too, it's kind of crazy. Did you guys see what happened? The press conference or any the release or anything? No.
No, I didn't see a lot.
So in case you didn't see, let me give you guys a quick synopsis and update on what took place. So this is the FA's Twitter page. They released a document stating that that the Independent Regulatory Commission found Mikel Arteta's alleged breaches to be not proven guilty. So they did not find him guilty.
What happened at Everton? Do you know what when he celebrated?
No, not when he celebrated. Basically, the Newcastle suspension potentially. This is what they've foregone. They basically said he's not going to be suspended for the Newcastle game, and they released a whole document. They released a whole like PDF document explaining what took place. And I'm just going to show you guys basically the main highlights and what they said were the main reasons why they didn't do it. So one of the main reasons is Joe Willock actually came out and told the players that he thought that the ball went out of bounds on his own. 1 second. And also the charges that happened were basically for his comments, and they were saying he was condemning the referees. The other guys were saying that he was not condemning the referees. So I'm just going to show you guys the final statement before we go any further.
I'm kind of confused. What's this about? You said Joe Willock. It's got to do Newcastle or Everton. I'm so baffled.
Newcastle. Arsenal, Newcastle.
You said Everton. Did he not say Everton? You said the Everton game. Yeah?
My Newcastle game. When did I say Everton? My apologies if I did. But Mikel Arteta, they basically concluded that he did not insult the match referees. They included that he did not bring the game into disrupt, and we were not determined. We did not determine. This is
everything that's wrong with. This is everything that's wrong with the game. Why can you not criticize referees anyways? Like, what happened to freedom of speech and stuff like that?
No. You can basically do whatever, say whatever you want, as long as you do not insult the match officials.
Why can you not insult?
You cannot. What's imply that they're incompetent.
Why can you not? This is the issue. What's wrong with the game? Why can you not call out a referee that's incompetent? You know, like when it comes to, you know, like pundits and even us, we call players incompetent at their own jobs all the time. It's the same thing. Like, what is it? Why is there no freedom of speech when it comes to this stuff? If a referee's done something blatantly wrong, and you can see it, guess what? If a manager calls out, somehow he gets charged. What are you damaging? Integrity. This is what's wrong with the English game. It's pathetic.
By the way, just to show you the Joe Willock point, Joe Willock actually told some of the Arsenal players, and this was in the exact thing. He said that former Arsenal player Joe Willock expressed his view on the ball going out of play before crossing it in to the penalty area. So he himself even said
before he went out. Yeah, but the last time, you know what you get told, even as a kid, play to the whistle.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And then you want to know the best part of this whole thing was the lawyers literally used Mikel Arteta being Spanish to their benefit by basically saying the word disgrace was not a condemnation, but in Spanish it is described slightly different and is spoken about as in disrespect or dishonor instead of complete condemnation. So
do you know what? As a Londoner, we say words that sometimes don't mean another word for someone else as well. So can I start getting away with things as well if I say it?
And then there's some words which we do say, like the C word, which I
you want to know something? They showed their ass though. You want to know why they showed their ass? Because after he beat all of the charges, their final point was he should still be charged to the benefit of the game.
I'm not being funny though. The ball didn't even go out. It's already been proven. ESPN already done a thing. Like it didn't go out of play. And guess what? It doesn't matter what you say, Gal. Oh, great. You know what? He bust case. You still lost.
No, I forget about that. He could have been suspended for the next 2 games, which would have been Liverpool and Brighton.
Yeah. So what about the charge before? Like, what are they gonna do? Give him like, how do you give him the conversation?
The suspension before was for accumulation of yellow cards. This was another suspension. They were looking to suspend him for 4 to 2 games, bro.
Great. It's Arteta, you bust case. You know, you got your lawyers, and people think that City are going to get charged by frauds of Premier League where they can't even, you know, they implement like their own rules. Say, yeah, he's broken this rule 3.1 and all this bollocks. Yeah, you think City are going to get charged? They're going to fuck them up. Their lawyer's going to fuck them up. They're not getting nothing's going to happen.
No, but guys,
it doesn't matter. It don't matter, man. He got a good win against the FA. You know what's going to happen now, yeah? Everything he does is going under scrutiny now. You know that, innit?
Take this in. They tried to say that he should be still charged because he's a high-profile manager.
Yeah, standard.
And then it was immediately rejected by the independent commission. This just goes to show you.
Now watch.
They tried to make an example out of managers like
because he won that case. There is a dodgy VAR decision coming against you. Watch. They will get their win.
They already did, bro.
No, they'll do it again. They'll get their win. They'll do it again.
Am I the only one who thinks referees and officials now act like spoiled little children that you can't say no?
100%.
It's madness. They're grown men and they're crying that another grown man calls them a shit or something like that and says you're blind or something like that. Just take it for what it is.
I hate VAR. Look what thing you said.
If managers and players are just angry at the time because there's so much importance in a game of football. Refs know that. So why can't they just rub it off, you know, and just go, yeah.
I can't scrap. If it was me, I'm going back to the good old days. Scrap VAR. Let the back of the newspaper come on about how dodgy that decision was, and go about it that way. Because you know what? Even Gary Lineker even admitted it. Like he said himself, right now the direction of VAR is bollocks. The FA in England don't want to get any new technology because they're so stuck up their own ways. I'd rather just get rid of it because you know what it takes away. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes there is good in VAR, but I think there's more bad than there is good. And if there's more bad,
you know what? The Premier League agree with you. They actually released one of the pages in the document is evidence that the Premier League have questioned VAR themselves and said these are the reasons why it's not working properly in the English game at this moment in time.
They just can't admit when they get things. Yeah, it's true. What Obi Ria says is just they can't admit when they're wrong. Look, there's a gal. Look, sorry, man, but there's a absolute dodgy decision coming your way now. Just saying that. And you don't get.
I don't know if you've seen the Newcastle game. I don't know if you've seen the Aston Villa game, but I wouldn't be surprised if another one happens at
what Aston Villa game. Wait, what happened to Aston Villa game?
Did you not see Jesus' penalty?
That's a penalty.
What?
That's a penalty, really?
Yeah.
That's soft, mate.
All right, say what you want to say.
You know what it is? You know what it is, Egal, yeah? The fact is, you're relying on the VAR to get you, 1 point maybe in the result. You just weren't good. You just weren't good in the 90 minutes in. Well, actually, no, to be fair, you know what? You actually were quite decent in the second half, to be fair, but you still didn't get the job done. That's the difference.
Bro, we're playing against 12 men every game now. I get it. let's move on to the final.
Yeah, a
part.
bit like that. It's like saying, what about our penalty from when Gabriel manhandled Højlund? Yeah, but they still give the same thing for Haaland twice, by the way, twice. Chelsea and Man United. Why? Where's the outrage there? Look, the whole point is referees are shit. VAR is shit. There's no two ways about it. There's no point crying about it because you didn't win in 90 minutes.
What sucks is that there's no level of accountability for the referees, but managers get criticized and charged for speaking the truth.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. Look, tit for tat, 50-50, man. Look, referees are so poor. And then all of a sudden now they're trying to bring in diversity within the refereeing world. Wow, it's only taken you 23 years to get into the modern world of how things are these days. Mixed.
Okay. And by the way, you guys seen what happened in Turkey, right?
Oh, what? They're trying to ban up the whole...
Yeah, they beat up that guy got beat up.
Fair play, man. Hey, you know what they should have done? They should have said, you know what? Galatasaray, you're not allowed in the Champions League. We're removing you. We should give that spot to Man United.
It didn't have anything to do with Galatasaray, but I hear your point. let me tell you guys what I'm pissed off about. This guy Peter Walton tried to blame Arteta and clubs.
Oh, he's one of the biggest wafflers as well, man. Yeah, I hate this dude. All these dudes are the same, and guess what? He's got probably.
They're mates. It's all mates, ain't it?
They're all mates.
A boys' club stick together.
It's like what's it called on Sky Sports, wasn't he? Howard Webb, and he was debunking the whole situation with that was the Newcastle one, Egal. What's it called again? I don't know what show it's called on Sky Sports, and he goes through all the decisions every month.
Oh yeah, that skinny Skeletor.
Yeah, no, Howard Webb goes through with another guy, and he's calling these referees, by their nicknames, and you're thinking, you absolute pussy. Like, you know what they need to do? Go get someone from over in Germany or over in Spain or something that just has no affiliation with them and get their actual thoughts on it, rather than flipping Aldi. Just don't understand. I don't understand.
This guy Howard Webb, when he does his show, he doesn't even go through all the calls. He just goes through handpicks calls that he feels like he can explain. But the penalty, he avoided it with like the plague.
Yeah, they do it.
It's major incidences, but you know what these referees are like? These referees are like the Tory party. They blame everyone else for their failings.
I hate referees, man. 100%. I can't stand them. Weird one. I ain't really seen Michael Oliver around that much these days in the high club.
What happened to him?
I don't know.
Ref Watch on Sky Sports is bullshit. Also, that skinny guy.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what it is. Oh no, that's different. That's the old bald dude.
That old referee.
He got disproven as well. That's the thing. He actually got disproven on a few of his points as well that he tried to raise. He will say, they'll ask him, what do you think about this call? Well, I don't know. The referee has a tough job on this one. You're here to explain what are you doing?
I could say that.
Like, imagine your job is to explain what took place, and you say, I don't know.
And who's the ref from Soccer Saturday now that Paul Merson had a fight with?
Oh, I can't remember.
Oh, Mike Dean.
Mike Dean.
Yeah. He's retired. Is he retired now?
Yeah, he's retired. But he said I didn't want to send the guy over to VAR when Cucurella's hair got pulled because he's my mate.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's the problem, mate.
Yeah.
What's wrong with these?
VAR should not be governed by English referees. I think they should.
VAR should be an independent company.
Yeah, it should be an independent company and not referee based either. People that understand the rules, that are from I don't know, man. That are just high up. That just don't do refereeing. They're just out of it now. You know, they don't have they're not allowed. It should be like footballers that are not allowed to, they can't bet. It's like they should not have any communication or any direct relationships with the referees. Just talking on a colleague based thing, and that's it. Because I do believe there's a lot of corruption that goes on in these games. They dictate the way they want it to go. 100 million%.
Too much money in football. There's got to be corruption. It's just.
Let's try to move past this and get into the Champions League. Arsenal's through. Man City's through. Of course, Manchester United and Newcastle are out. How far do you think the two English sides remaining in the competition can get? Do you think Arsenal have a chance to win it?
I think Arsenal, City, Real Madrid, and Bayern Munich are the four favourites.
I don't think so, personally.
It depends. Arsenal win the Champions League.
I think Bayern. I don't think Bayern's got that. I don't think Bayern has a. I think they got out in the quarters. I don't think they're that good. They could change it by maybe getting a Pellegrini in. Personally, I think Inter Milan are very good this year. then they're getting written off. Atletico Madrid are very good this year. They'll get written off.
No, I wouldn't want to draw them if I'm Arsenal.
Yeah, exactly. That's the last. I think Arsenal.
My question to you guys is: you guys giving Arsenal a chance?
I said Arsenal. I said on my show yesterday, Arsenal can get to the final, and they're like, oh, but heritage is a thing, and da 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 da. I'm thinking, what? So what? They can get to because I think because quality's shit. I think as long as Arsenal are solid at Emirates, I don't think it matters what happens away from home, even if they lose 1-0. I don't.
Wembley's our second home. We always do well at Wembley.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think what it is, right? Like I said it as well. It's because I like to be shameless when I need to be. Right now, that's all I've got with Man United, right? But sometimes I of course want to be logical and just let the rival perspective just piss off for a moment and actually not talk about it from a rival's block view, right? And actually talk about what it is. The only issue is, look, they're always got to go back to what happened at Sporting type situation. But I don't think last year is this year. I think Arsenal more solid. I mean, Saliba's playing. They've always got a chance, I suppose. Got a better squad, in my opinion. I think Havertz is pretty decent in the Champions League, better than he is because he's a bit more slower paced, in my opinion. You know, like there's some bits there and bobs. Like I don't think Arsenal can win it, but I think you can definitely get to a final or a semi-final. Do you get what I mean? So I think so. But I think there's a good few teams that could win it this year. Like if you're going to tell me,
Jamie, could we do it?
If you can stay away from teams like Atletico, because Atletico are my dark horses. They're my dark horses. I think Madrid. It's always hard to write Real Madrid off, ain't it? Let's face it.
Yeah.
And City. Yeah, I think City are going to struggle this season. I don't think City are going to win anything.
I don't think they don't have the. I don't think they have.
I don't have that drive this year because what they've done the year before.
What they do have is that Etihad. They got. Etihad is like they've unbeaten in like stupid amount of games.
Big up, why not?
I just Europe is.
It's tricky. It's tricky one to call. You can never really put your finger on it. Who's going to win it?
The man are doing well,
really.
So
what about the Europa League? You think you guys win it, Liverpool?
If Liverpool don't win the Europa League, I'll be disgusted.
I think you're going to find it hard, because
I think Roma might be dark horses.
No, they're not. Leverkusen are probably the ones to watch. We yet to see Leverkusen get really tested by an outsider.
All the teams that drop down, I'm not bothered.
They're quite decent, to be fair. They're not all bad. I mean, AC Milan ain't bad. They're not the worst, but they're not the greatest.
Thing is, in 2 legs in Europe, I always back Liverpool in 2 legs in a European game.
Let me see who the favorites are.
Yeah, they lost to Union today, but they played loads of youngsters. I'm seeing next names like Bradley at centre back.
It was our youngest ever European team.
And is it a left wing called, was it Morton or some shit?
Yeah, we put our most of our kids today, and it was we didn't put zero effort in. We put zero effort into it. It was one of our pre.
I mean, Kwanzaa got a goal before Joe Gomez.
Kwanzaa's a player, by the way.
You know what? Remember that football prediction website? They discontinued it.
Which one?
538.
Hey, don't try to tell me you're trying to do up a combined 11, because don't you dare.
No, bro. There's no need. How many Manchester United players get into a combined 11 with Liverpool? Right now, on form, available. Who gets in? Harry Maguire? That's it.
Yeah, maybe. That's the maddest shout. Probably Harry Maguire. Probably.
Harry Maguire is the only person who gets into a Liverpool Man United combined 11.
Guess what? It's no point. He's not even available. He's injured.
Say wallah.
He's injured. He's injured. Remember, he pulled up.
Bro, I've seen somebody say the Manchester United doctor that came from Arsenal has fucked you guys up.
To be fair, we had all the injuries before he even arrived.
When did he arrive?
But Ineos, from what's come out, it says Ineos are going to revamp the whole medical department.
Yo, I'm just looking at this list right now. Check this out, guys. This is peak. So you have Bruno out, Victor Lindelof.
Bruno Fernandes. We actually might get a draw now.
Mount, Rashford has an illness. What the hell?
Yeah, he won't. I don't think he'll be ill. I don't think he's going to be that ill.
Sandro Martinez, Harry Maguire, Christian. What the hell happened to these guys? Illness. So I think Martial and Marcus Rashford should be back. I'm pretty. Casemiro has been training, so he might be on the bench or something like that. Christian Eriksen actually might be back, but not for this game, I don't think. Luke Shaw isn't injured. Because that was precautionary, so that's a bit lucky in its own right. Lissandro's back on grass. He's not going to be available really until, my guess is, Aston Villa.
which I guess before anyways. But Bruno being out means we're going to be forced to play Scott McTominay, who's useless anyway. So you might as well have one useless player on the pitch rather than having two. And have Amrabat and Kobbie Mainoo as a pivot. I'm all for that, you know, because there's one thing that, you know, that I find that Liverpool have a weakness is playing through their midfield in the centre. And that's it. That's the only way you're going to get anywhere. And guess what? Man United are shit at playing through balls through the centre. So guess what? We'll pass it, get to McTominay. What's McTominay going to do? Send it back to Trent Alexander-Arnold so he can give it to Salah. So that's all that's going to happen.
The Liverpool side, you guys don't have as many injuries. You have Thiago, Bajcetic, Joe Matip, Jota, and Andrew Robertson, and what's his name? What's the last guy's name? Oh, McAllister. So I thought you guys have a lot of injuries, but it's just like, well, in comparison to Man United, it's not that much.
Matip's out for the whole season now. He's probably played his last game for Liverpool.
That's his last game done, yeah.
There's no way you guys don't let him get a new contract just for to stay around.
No, he's gone. He wasn't going to re-sign the contract anyways. It's the perfect time to let him go.
Contract renewals never started, so he's off. Jota's meant to be back for the Arsenal game. McAllister will be back for the Arsenal game, and then Thiago and Stefan will be
Thiago's back in training though.
Yeah, and Stefan and Thiago will be back in the new year.
Is it me or Alisson? That was the quickest recovery from an injury for him.
He had a strain. He didn't pull the hamstring, which was lucky. Yeah. It was basically tight, and they just wanted to make sure he didn't get injured.
Wait, what did they say Lindelof was injured with? You know what? It don't matter. He's useless anyways. He's shit.
He's just a doubtful. He's doubtful. So
yeah, he's probably fallen out with him as well.
Yeah. So I didn't realize this weekend, Friday, we got Tottenham Nottingham Forest for his first game. What are you guys saying for that one? Quickly before we go through
I think Tottenham will win this.
I think Tottenham beat Nottingham Forest away from home. Yeah.
I think in paper, the way Forest do play on it, like if they want to play on a fast, rapid counter, they could hurt Tottenham. But Forest are bad at the moment. They started the season quite well, but they fell off, man. In my opinion, like they can't see out games and they just concede way too many goals. I could see Son getting a couple here, in my opinion.
Yeah. Let's go to what are people doing? Why are people banning each other? Stop banning each other, guys. Do me a favor, hit that like button right now. Let's try to get these likes up. How do we only have like 20 likes? What's going on, people? This is disrespectful now. Do me a favor.
I do hope they fumble because I really want to. By New Year's, I'll be saying it. Watch, we're gonna be above Tottenham again. That's why. You know what? The last game last year, basically Tottenham were above us until New Year's. I remember telling Sean, "We'll be above you come New Year's."
Let's look at this week's game. So these are this week's games. The last game is the Man United Liverpool game. So we'll talk about that one last.
Yeah, draw.
So the first game, I'm going Tottenham win. I'm saying 2-0 Tottenham. What are you guys saying?
Yeah, I'd back that. I'd back that guy.
I'm going 2-2.
2-2. Man City versus their bogey team, Crystal Palace. 1-1.
That's gonna be Palace. I don't know. You know what?
No Haaland, no KDB.
Oh man. I think it depends how Palace set up this time out.
Palace are the bogey team. They just almost took points off Liverpool.
Jordan Ayew got sent off, innit? I think quite unfairly, to be honest.
They don't need him.
I think they need. I do think they need him just for the intensity. I think they're gonna. I think 2-0, maybe 2-0 Man City, 2-3-0. Yeah, 2-0.
All right, what are you saying?
5-0 City.
5-0 City. Okay, the next game, Newcastle versus Fulham. Yo, Fulham beat Newcastle, away from home.
You know what? I can't call it. Fulham are just doing what they did last year somehow. They just come out of nowhere and they've scored 12 goals in 3 games or some shit.
And their defense is good too. It's weird.
I can't call this one. You know what it is? Newcastle, I expect them to bounce back. And they got a few more additions back in. I think Botman might be back.
Newcastle's at home, but Fulham are playing so well right now.
I'm going to go for a draw, I actually think I'll go for a close draw. I think a 2-2 draw.
I think
no Trippier as well. Might help.
Trippier's useless as well at the moment.
Yeah.
Never get spoke about because he's not Trent. I think these Newcastle players might be a little heartbroken. I've been seeing them on social media. They don't seem right, and it's not they're away to Fulham. Yeah, not a game I'd want after that sort of performance.
No. Newcastle are at home.
Newcastle at home. Oh, yeah. Newcastle will win this, but if they were away, I think Fulham would have won. But no, Newcastle 2-1.
2-1. Okay. The next one. Oh, Chelsea versus Sheffield United. Chelsea at home versus Sheffield United. Surely Chelsea have to score in this game.
No, I think Wilder's had a week to prepare now. I think Chris Wilder's had a week to prepare the Sheffield United team.
You're saying new manager bounce versus Chelsea,
and I think Chelsea might struggle.
I don't think so, man.
I think Chris Wilder's go tactically move some things around, put his players.
They're predicting a 2-0 Chelsea win, 2-1 Chelsea win.
I'm going 1-1 draw. Going
1-1 draw.
I just can't predict a Chelsea
like
win.
The boy Don says, they must.
Impossible.
They must. They have to. They have to beat Sheffield United.
If they draw this, I think Poch is the first big manager.
If they drop points to Sheffield United, they're going to lose to Wolves to end the season, to end the year. So it's like,
gone, man. I think Poch is gone.
They need to at least get 10 wins in the calendar year in the Premier League.
I think they get rid of Poch and they get Mourinho back in.
Oh, that's backwards. What are you saying,
Kaz? I can't see the guy Mourinho. To be fair,
they need someone like that, though.
They do need someone like that. He would fucking rattle that ship.
That's what they need.
And you know what? I think Mourinho, since Real Madrid, have been calling out for a club that will give him whatever he desires. I could see it happening, but he's not falling out with Roma at the moment. I reckon he's enjoying Italy. But if this is one last big shot back at getting another team, maybe because Roma are sitting fourth at the moment, by the way. I don't think so. I don't think they'll jump to that way. No, I think
going from Roma to Newcastle to Chelsea right now is a downgrade.
Why Newcastle? Eddie Howe's a good manager. He's doing. I think he's still doing. Even though they're losing, I don't think that's not them. Like they've been having to play the same 11 pretty much.
Thing with the Chelsea job.
All right, let's try to get past. Let's try to get past the predictions, guys. What are you saying, Kaz? Chelsea.
I'm gonna have to go for a Chelsea win, man. Again, I'm gonna go 2-0 again, man. I think Sterling's just gonna rip it up.
Arsenal versus Brighton. All I have to say is we have to beat Brighton. We haven't beaten Brighton at home. I don't know when the last time we beat them at home. They beat us in the cup. They beat us. It seems like almost every year they beat us at our house. The last time we beat them in our house was in 2021. Man.
Who have you got? Brighton, did you say?
Yeah, Brighton.
Last 6 games.
No, I look, I'm all for Brighton and giving them props and everything, but this year, not this season, man. You're gonna whoop them. This time out, you're gonna whoop them.
Wallahi, this is actually nuts. What I'm about to show you is crazy. Do you believe we haven't beaten them in 6 games? We've only beaten them once at the Emirates.
Brighton are a decent team, man. They were a decent team under Potter as well.
This is not normal. We have to beat them. Kaz, I agree with you. I'm going 2-0 Arsenal victory. But for God's sakes, we have to end this hoodoo. This is not normal. I've not seen this from a lesser side in a long time. At the Emirates.
Liverpool. I mean, that's Jesus Christ. No, I don't think Brighton are that side though this year, like Kaz was saying. I think Deserby's got a bit overhyped. I think you'll win. I think you'll win. I think you'll win 3-1. I think Brighton will make a game of it because I think they come out and play like they do. But I think you'll have too much quality at the other end of the pitch. So 3-1.
Okay, and the big one, Liverpool at home versus Manchester United.
I'm worried about this game. I ain't gonna lie.
What?
Nah, you know what? What else do you want?
You've only lost once in the last.
The reason I'm worried about this game is because I think our fan base are too overconfident. That's my. I don't want to be overconfident about it because I hate being let down by my club. So I'm not going to be overconfident about it. I think it's still Man United at the end of the day, and I just can't see Man United turning out Anfield and playing like they did against Bournemouth. I just can't physically see it. But if they do, it'll be a trouncing. But I just don't. I don't want to be too overconfident because the players then will be too overconfident, and if the players are too overconfident, they take their eye off the ball. And that's always my worry about this game. I think we should win, And if we don't win this game, I will be upset about it because we should be beating a team like Man United at the moment because they're not in great form. But yeah, it should be a comfortable win. But I think it actually be a more tricky game than a lot of people think. You know, that's why I'm only going 2-1 Liverpool. I think it'd be a tight game.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm like most people. I'm going with a comprehensive 4-0 victory for Liverpool. I think Manchester United are going to get opened up, and their heads are going to drop, and they won't be able to fight back and even get a goal in this game. Clean sheet, Mo Salah hat trick, and maybe a Darwin Núñez goal in to add to the list. But yeah, and maybe that's what gets Ten Hag sacked. A 4-0 loss at Anfield. But what are you saying, Kaz?
Look, I don't know, man. Look, if Ten Hag pulls off a miracle and wins at Anfield, I will back him again a little bit. Because you know what? You have to rectify your mistake. Do I think that's going to have a 98.5%? No. The only way you can actually get Man United fans on board is by beating your rivals. We talk about your away form and how terrible it's been against the top sides. Go and do that. We'll have another conversation. But right now, he's in the pits, mate. Like, it's dog shit. You know, I don't believe in his man management. I don't believe in his tactics. But I still want him to succeed, though. That's the maddest part. Like, I like him as a character a little bit. Like, I want him to prove me wrong. Like, it's not like as a whole consensus that I hate the guy, because I don't. It's not like Ollie. But I just don't believe in him. And that's exactly why I say, you know what, I want to change that, because I have nothing to believe. The lineups are shit as well. I have to question it. Why do I have to keep questioning it? So what's the point of keep questioning stuff and say, you know what, I want to keep him in and all this kind of stuff? Look, good luck, man, Tim. You know, good luck to him, man. That's all I can say.
Who do you think, if you had the choice, what would your 11 be for this game? How would you go about it?
Due to pace, you know what, Maguire's going to be out. So, and I think Varane, I would have Varane and Luke Shaw. No, I think I might believe in Johnny Evans a little bit. Just that little bit. I think a little bit of experience. I would actually trust Varane and Evans and Luke Shaw. I'm just thinking about the left back situation against Mo Salah. The only left back we can have a trust against is probably Luke Shaw. And then I'd play Wan-Bissaka. That would be. I want to try and make it as solid as possible and concrete and as compact as possible. Then I have Kobe and Amrabat to shore that up. Everything going forward is, inshallah, isn't it?
So Evans for Salah.
It's not, because it wouldn't be Evans versus Salah. It would be Shaw.
People are on Shaw's case. You know what? Shaw does decent.
I wouldn't mind Shaw at centre back with Varane either. And if you wanted to be a bit more adventurous and put Regular on there and let him be that and have obviously have a pivot that can cover enough. And you know what? Yeah, great. I think so.
Where do you get something from this game?
We don't.
I think Man United's best chance is playing counter-attack football.
It's VAR's our best choice. VAR is our friendly fire.
I think if United let Liverpool have all the ball, like sit back deep, play counter-attacking football with Liverpool's high line, I think you can expose us.
With who? Rashford's not going to be playing.
Sometimes you can walk past our defence with a player at such a high line. I think that's the way to do it, really. If you're Man United.
So does Rashford play, bro?
I'd play Rashford because Rashford does all right.
Guys, does Rashford start for you guys this game?
No, he pisses me. Nah, probably not.
So who's gonna play? Because Anthony has no pace.
I don't care. He's only playing Shimikas, so don't really need that much pace. Yeah, I'd rather go on Nacho run that Trent. I'd rather that. I'd rather Anthony. Again, I'd go for the Hoyland. I'd just go for that. I'm tired of Rashford.
That'd be your freak.
Garnacho's basically your main man attacking wise right now.
Probably. And then like Scott McTominay, come on down, like do your thing.
Now you need him. Wallahi, it's hilarious.
Oh, we got no one else. But Hannibal, he's meaty, man. I don't want to hear that guy.
What? You don't rate Hannibal? I see everyone going crazy about him.
Yeah, but a year ago.
This is the game I'd play Trent in midfield in as well, by the way.
Would Maino start this game?
Yeah, Yeah, Main on Amrabat. He's got no choice. He has to play them.
Got no choice, has he?
If Casemiro is fit enough, I would honestly fuck Scott McTominay off and just go Casemiro, Amrabat, and Mino. I'll be like, just be solid in counter attack.
Okay, so once again, your goalkeeper we know Onana, right back we know is Delot, left back
it has to be Wan-Bissaka in my opinion.
Wan-Bissaka, where's Delot playing? He's not on the pitch.
Nowhere. I don't want him at left back either.
Okay, so Evans, Shaw, who's the left center back?
That's who I was talking about.
So who's the left back?
Mate, I'd probably just go. You know what? I'll probably go Evans, Varane, Shaw, probably. But yeah,
might play back three.
Evans. Oh, so you have Harry Maguire in the team, obviously.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's injured.
What? Who's your left back?
Shaw.
Who's your left center back?
Evans.
And Lindelof.
Varane.
Oh, okay. I thought Varane was out of the team. I'm tripping. Then your midfield is Kobe Mainoo, Scott McTominay, and who?
Amrabat, probably.
Oh shit! If we don't win there, that's criminal.
Okay, and then what's your front three? What's your front three?
Probably Højlund, Anthony, and Garnacho. He's gonna go with it. Yeah, probably.
Bro, what happened to your squad?
They got injured, and
to be fair, yeah.
Honestly, bro, no disrespect. Wallahi, Kaz, what are you guys good at?
Talking shit.
PR,
yeah.
Bro, if you guys lose to these lot, you guys are fucked. Like, if you guys lose to Manchester United, forget about trying to be title contenders.
Now Kaz has just put out that 11. I should feel actually more confident than I do to be absolutely.
Your 11, we already know. Your 11 is what do you call it? The same 11 you pretty much played.
No, I've got a little change. I'd play Gomez at right back, and I'd play Trent in midfield for this game because we'll go have all the ball.
Ooh, Gomez.
I'd play.
So who's your CDM?
I'd play Trent.
Trent's your CDM.
Yeah, I'd play Trent. I'd play Trent, Gravenberch, and Szoboszlai in my midfield.
Damn.
Diaz, Salah, and Darwin up top.
Damn. And final topic. Have you changed your mind? Do you think Liverpool can win the league now?
If Liverpool beat Man United and Arsenal, I think the confidence will be really high in the team, and I think we'd be hard to stop. Because Klopp's just got, he's the one who's done it more than tried to compete with City out of everyone. So, I think if we beat, because all our games are at home, and then we got Burnley away on Boxing Day. If we win both games, then that puts us a bit of clearance between ourselves and Arsenal, and gives and then because City are playing in the World Club Championships, they go obviously have a game in hand, but then you still got to make up points. So Liverpool should feel confident about themselves. Yeah, it's interesting, man. If Liverpool are a year ahead of schedule for me, where we finished last year and turning our whole midfield around in one summer to where we are now is madness. And for me, I think Liverpool should look at it. You might not have a better chance, man. I think the league's there to be won for Liverpool, for City, and Arsenal. Personally,
no. I think it's between us two. I think City.
I can't lie. I need Arsenal to win the league. I think
City this season they're gonna fall back.
I need Arsenal to win the league.
Liverpool could do the baby quad yet.
Bro, we just need to win a major trophy. You just either give me the league or the Champions League.
Just stop bottling it. Stop it. Yeah, I'll just stop it. You gotta stop it. I am not having
Dawood's case alone.
I'm not having Liverpool win this league. I'm sorry. I refuse it. And I'm Man City 4-P. I don't even want to dream it either. I'd rather just have a shameless summer from Arsenal fans. Oh, you know what? That makes it worse, man. Where's Chelsea, man?
It would be amazing. It would be amazing. But yeah, every player, we win the league. Every player is world class.
No, they're not.
Every player is world class. Saka's world class. Saliba's world class. Declan Rice would be considered world class. Odegaard would be considered world class. We'll call them all world class. You know how we're going to do. We're going to be shameless. But right now, love for the love, guys. I appreciate you guys jumping on.
I hate Arsenal.
Great stream. We've been going for an hour. We're going to wrap it up now. Kaz, you're going to be live. You're going to be live tomorrow at 10 or tonight? What you said?
Tomorrow 11:30.
11:30 in the morning. All right, guys, go check them out. 11:30 in the morning. And what are you saying, Jamie? You got a recap show coming up?
Yeah, I'll probably do a recap show and a preview sometime tomorrow. So yeah, I don't know when yet.
Okay,
Yeah,
links are in the description for Jamie's channel, and of course Kaz's channel, Never a Foul, in the chat. So go check them out. Big up everyone in the comment section. Shout out to all you guys. I was gonna do a video tomorrow, but let me know in the comments if you guys still want me to do it, because during the Tottenham game, it doesn't make sense to do the video. I'll try to find a time to do it. But yeah, big up for jumping on, guys. Love for the love, and make sure you hit that like button on the way out. We're out of here, people. You already know what it is. Big up everybody in the comments. We're out of here. Peace.